You hear the screeching of an owl, you hear the wind begin to howl. You know there's zombies on the prowl, and it's terror time again. They've got you running through the night. It's terror time again, and you just might die of fright. It's a terrifying time.
Hello everyone. Today we're covering the Better Lockpicking mod by Aiteron, who also has a bird profile and gets bonus points for that. But before we start, as always, a shout out to the lovely Katophoenix who does the fantastic artwork on these videos. Now, Better Lockpicking seeks to improve and enhance the experience of being a bloody magpie and stealing all the shiny shit you can. Now, to do this, you're gonna have to locate the Blood Ravens and become a Space Marine. You'll need to start as the burglar profession, which starts you with the locksmith trait in addition to the standard trait, or you'll need to find and read the magazine called Lockpicking for Dummies. The locksmith trait gives you all the recipes and knowledge you need to crack open doors, locks, windows, and hotwire cars, as well as gives a few levels in the newly added lockpicking skill and allows you to check buildings for alarms. Locksmith also gives you the ability to create homemade bobby pins from paper clips that are used if you can't find any regular bobby pins. Keep in mind you'll need a screwdriver to craft the homemade pins as well. One thing to note is the higher your lockpicking skill, the higher doors and locks you can reliably crack open and grant access to the goodies within. Another fantastic little addition to this mod is the ability to check homes for alarms. You can inspect doors and windows for alarms and it will return one of three answers. No alarm, which means the house is safe to crack open. There is an alarm, which means break open at your own risk, and I cannot pinpoint it, which means you need to go check another entrance on the building to find out if this home is alarmed or not. The final thing to keep in mind is you will need two other mods from the workshop to make this mod function. That being the extra skills I will back up my save edition by Soul Filter and the Profession Framework Build 41 patch by Dr. Bright. Shit. Who let the SCP Foundation onto us? Scramble to lockpick it. Go. Lockpicking can be boiled down to essentially three newly added minigames. Using a bobby pin and a screwdriver, you can more quietly pick open doors and windows, assuming you have the skill for it, that is. You can attempt without the proper skill level, but the lock is more likely to break, and your bobby pins are more likely to snap. Now, if you played one of the more modern Fallout games, then you already know how this minigame works. Lightly press on the bobby pin until you find the sweet spot that'll let you crack it open. You'll also have the option to force the lock, which has a high chance of breaking the lock in most cases. And if that happens, you'll be forced to resort to Plan B. Plan B being snap, crackle, popping that door open with a crowbar. This is the most reliable way in for low-level pickers, as even if you broke the lock or you're too low to pick it reasonably, you can eventually pry the door open. The minigame for this is an icon that keeps sliding around the screen with several varying weak points that, when tagged, open the door to varying degrees. If you miss a weak point entirely, you get a very small amount of progress. You hit the orangish yellowish weak points, you get a medium amount of progress. And you hit a green, you get a large amount of progress towards cracking that bitch open. Do keep in mind though, the entire time you're doing this, you're making a lot of noise that'll attract nearby zombies who would love to munch on the back of your brain case while you're distracted. I do like the fact that if you have to stop cracking the door open due to, say, zombies or something, the door retains your progress on wedging it open, so you can come back after dealing with the problem and continue to pop it open. That's really useful for trying to break open a high-level door or window lock. Also, keep in mind that breaking in via either method isn't exactly a fast task, unless you get extremely lucky, so don't plan to rely on brute forcing the door open to get away quickly from a horde. Damn it, CJ, all you had to do was follow the damn train. I knew your ass was a buster. Wait, Wrong game. To steal cars, you're gonna have to know how to hotwire. Hotwire's minigame is basically there are 4 wires. Cut them and see what order you have to combine them in to give your car some go juice. It's a lot less tedious than just repeatedly hitting the hotwire key and hoping you get it through trial and error. That is honestly really annoying in the base game, because sometimes you'll just keep failing and failing and failing over and over again. So overall, I really do like this mod. It makes breaking open buildings and cracking into vehicles a lot more engaging and less tedious. I also like the fact the mod creator chose to go the Fallout 3, 4, and New Vegas route of using the rotating bobby pin method. It adds some familiarity to the action that's nice and a simple but effective way to crack open doors, especially compared to how, say, Splinter Cell goes the full realistic route of single pin picking the lock off. Realistic, but slow and tedious at times. This fits a stealth game better though. The hotwiring minigame is simple, but it's heaps better than the old let the taskbar fill up and hope you succeed that's currently in the game. And the crowbar method being a reliable option is fantastic. It gives you a nice backup option if you break the lock and you don't want to destroy the door or windows. It also adds another use to the crowbar, which, in my opinion, is lacking features. Kudos to you, Aiteron. You made a fantastic, simple, but effective addition to the game, and a permanent addition to my future playthroughs. Now, before I conclude the video, I want to give one last shout out to Katophoenix for her lovely artwork. And I want to thank all of y'all for the support y'all have shown on these videos. I'm glad y'all are enjoying it, and I'll keep making them. Now y'all have a good time, peace out, and stay safe out there.